Hello there. Thanks for joining us on another edition of Jamaica Magazine. It's the second day in the new year and we want you to act on some of those plans you have. Whether it is to close on a house, buy a car, start a business, or go back to school. Whatever productive endeavor you have, the time is now. Seize the opportunities, make plans, and work towards achieving your goals. Today's program has some growth areas you could consider when making your next move, so please stay with us.
This is Freddie McGregor, and all the youths need to listen to me carefully. This gang lifestyle won't put you anywhere except prison or 6 feet under. Think about your future. Crime and violence will destroy you and your family. So don't follow no gang. Stay in school, live good. A gang is a dead end.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Government is serious about growth, which has led to increased focus on a fast-growing sector of the economy, the maritime industry.
To ensure safety at sea, the best that science can devise and that naval organization can provide must be regarded only as an aid and never as a substitute for good seamanship, self-reliance and sense of ultimate responsibility, which are the first requisites in a seaman and naval officer. Hello, I'm Kerry. Today we're plotting a course that takes us inside the whys and hows of some maritime jobs. That and more in this installment of Career Talk. Thanks for joining us.
It's a very vibrant market right now.
Career Talk has emphasized this reality before, but it bears repeating. The maritime industry offers up a wealth of opportunities for employment options.
I chose it because I really like it. I tried other schools before and to be very honest, they weren't as exciting. The thrill wasn't there. So I ended up doing this.
Today we zone in on some of the more common onboard ship jobs that are available and what you need to know to get started. If you're just starting out in the maritime industry, this is the bottom rung on the ladder.
That's one of the lowest ranks on board merchant marine vessels, and they deal with mainly deck work from the deck department, and they have no sea time and are in charge of roles such as watchkeeping, keeping a gangway watch, chipping and painting the deck, and basic ship maintenance.
But there is ample opportunity to work your way up.
You can move all the way to captain if you are good enough. And as an OS, you earn anywhere between $800 US per month up to $1,500 US per month, depending on the vessel you're on and what company you're working with.
And FYI, there is no specific training or certification needed for this.
No, just basic training to go on board, like life-saving techniques as they're practicing behind me right now, and similar courses, basic first aid.
The able-bodied seaman, AB, is just a step above ordinary and isn't exactly an indication of your physical condition, although just about every job on board a ship calls for being in good shape.
He does the same thing an OS would do, except he is certified and he would have had more experience and sea time. He gets more pay, of course, so he gets anywhere between $1,500 US to $1,000 to $2,000 US per month.
The junior engineer is at the lowest level of the engineering department but performs critical tasks nonetheless.
When you finish your training at the Maritime Institute or any other institute worldwide, and then you start your navigation, you have no sea time, but you like to become an officer. You have to first work as an apprentice engineer. In this position, you typically earn, well, $1,500 to $3,000, depending on the vessel and the company you're working with.
And then there's the licensed engineer.
His job is ensuring the operation of the entire engine room of the vessel. He is the equivalent of the captain for the engine department. So he runs the engine department of the vessel. The chief officer is the right hand of the captain. So the captain has overall responsibility of the vessel. The chief officer is in charge of the deck department. The chief officer is in charge of the bosun, all the navigational officers, and everyone else that works on the deck. He gives them the daily roster of duties, yes. He's in charge of the navigation of the ship and its safety.
Now, think about a crew of men and women of whatever size working on a ship for months. What would happen if they are not fed often and well? Ship owners know that is not a scenario you want played out, which is why they hire stewards.
That is the chief cook on board the vessel. He's in charge of preparing all the meals. He would have a team at times, depending on the size of the vessel. He would normally have a mess man or maybe 2 mess men, depending on the size of that vessel. His earning potential is anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000.
Remember, whichever maritime job you do seek out, there are some constants.
It comes with a high level of discipline. It comes with commitment.
Maritime jobs are hard to find, or they can be if you don't know where to look. So we have a few tips.
There are many different ways to get a job. Just like myself, you can be walking down the beach and bump into somebody and be at the right place in the right time and get very lucky. Other people know somebody already in the industry who gives them a word-of-mouth referral. Those are both very common ways into the industry.
First, start at the port. Most ports have a management team that takes care of scheduling and other port-related tasks. These will be the first people who hear about job openings, and they might even maintain a job board. So get out of the house and get hunting. You could also use the internet. Large shipping corporations don't often advertise jobs. They may just post openings on their websites or not at all. Do a search for keywords like fishing or shipping to see what corporations are near you and check their sites. Or even try calling human resource to see if any jobs are available. A must for this industry: network. Get to know major players in the industry and the ordinary workmen who will be a fountain of information about job vacancies, and build relationships so that even if a job is not at hand now, when one comes on shore, you'll be the first one called. And finally, think about land jobs. Remember, there is a whole sector of jobs for people in the shipping industry that requires work on land instead of actually on a ship. You can consider jobs at ports, in maritime education, and more. Good luck.
So we're back where we started this maritime series as we end Career Talk for today. Thanks for being part of the journey, and be there next month when we explore a career in the beauty industry. Till then, I'm Kerry, encouraging you to think outside the box and be creative in your career explorations.
Stand up and get in the race.
I can become the master of my destiny.
Step up your stride, make we work like a harder. Do it like Veronica, more than a supper.
We can rise above the challenges and shine.
Was with passion in your heart. Make a plan and stop all the idling. You think I saw we reach a the aging. I can, you can. Like our Olympians, every Jamaican can.
Another growth area of the Jamaican economy is agriculture. And the Ebony Park Heart Academy is ensuring it plays its part in achieving prosperity on the island.
In 2012, government implemented a supply management regime to reduce the importation of pork meat. And today, the Ministry of Agriculture is reporting steady growth in the pork industry. Pork imports reduced by more than 38% at the end of 2014, coming from imports of over 3 million kilograms in 2011. The period also showed no imports of finished ham or pig parts for the production of ham. This has helped to secure the investments of local pig farmers. And to ensure that the local demand is satisfied, the Agriculture Ministry is assisting with the production of pigs through the piggery division of the Ebony Park Heart Academy in Clarendon. This state-of-the-art facility produces up to 125 pigs per month. Here, the selected breed of pig is raised in an air-conditioned like temperature.
The type of animals is a cross between a Yorkshire and a Landrace. And what happens, we get a F1. So all the animals inside here, they are F1 gills. And this area is a cool area because we have a cool cell system. It operates like the AC system with the fans that assist it to move cool air through the pen, and it cools down the animal because pigs normally operate best at temperatures of 55 degrees Celsius.
The breeding process is done through artificial insemination, and this is done twice daily. A number is then given to the animal to represent the time at which it was bred. And within approximately 4 months, piglets are born.
This genetics, it is favored by most persons because you get a large litter size and the growth rate is very high. So you have litter size up to 17, and within 6 month times you have pigs growing up to 100 pounds and probably over.
Special care is given to these little ones. Within 24 hours after birth, they are processed. Their needle-like teeth are clipped to prevent them from hurting each other and their mother during feeding. The tails are also clipped for safety reasons because you know they can easily pull on it or bite it during play. One aim of the facility is to produce infection and disease-free pigs. The males are also castrated to prevent breeding through natural contact. This piggery facility has 3 areas. First is the gestation or breeding area. 2 weeks before the gilts give birth, they are transferred to this section.
They spend normally 1 month around here, and when we wean the piglets, they go to the nursery area, and the sows go back to the gestation area to be bred again, and they normally come on to eat 5 to 7 days after they have been weaned or the piglets have been removed from them.
The last of the 3 areas is the nursery, and it does not have any cool cell system. The reason for this is to get the piglets adjusted to regular temperature in preparation for their transfer to other farms.
So when farmers buy them, they won't have any difficulty with them, or the animal won't be stressed, so they won't get slim or anything like that. And they normally spend 8 weeks here, and then they are shipped to other locations for fattening. Farmers buy them also for pig production.
The Ebony Park Heart Academy Piggery Division has been making a difference in the pig pork industry, supplying farmers with improved breed stock, contributing to agriculture and the economic development of the country.
This helps to sustain the pig industry by providing farmers with a production line, so they can always come to Ebony Park and buy pigs. Oh, and the turnaround time is really quick, so they benefit from it, and the profitability is great.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Original.
The National Land Agency, NLA, established as an executive agency in 2001, is the modern national land management entity geared towards supporting sustainable development. The NLA is a merger of the land titles, surveys and mapping, land valuation, and estate management functions. Now divisions, these 4 represent the core products and services offered by the agency. With the use of technology, the NLA has been able to link related functions across divisions. This was done using a software known as Momentum Registry Solutions, ARS. Prior to ARS, this had to be done manually. The software was provided by multinational mass media and information firm Thomson Reuters.
Some of the gaps that the agency identified and which the Momentum Land Registry System assisted with is moving from a manual system where everything was paper-based to this electronic system. Hence the whole benefits of working quicker, working smarter, working more effectively, and therefore ultimately, reducing your turnaround times to your customers.
Like everything else, always the personnel was very, very willing and able and helpful. but the personnel was only able to work in accordance with the system. So what now can be done in 2 days or 3 days or 24 hours used to take 2 weeks and 3 weeks and 4 weeks. The system works, and a lot of money has been spent, a lot of training and a lot of effort, and the benefits are self-apparent.
As an information technology company, we have effectively a global platform, and it's a global technology platform that can be deployed around the world. But what's critical is that it's localized. And so we partner with our customers like Jamaica to really understand the local capabilities and the local workflows and the local rule of law to ensure that the technology is configured and deployed to be effective in the local operating environment.
Through this collaboration, the NLA was able to improve the level of service to the public through computerization and online access and the creation of a one-stop shopping outlet. With the integration of Geographic Information System (GIS) capabilities, the system has also facilitated the implementation of an online portal which hosts 2 key services: iMap Jamaica, through which persons can view land parcel information, and eLand Jamaica, which allows persons to access copies of various land-related documents globally at their convenience. The main service areas that have now been enhanced through the Aumentum Registry Solutions Land Registration System are the Land Registration System, the Document Scanning System, and the Estate Management System.
The Aumentum Registry Solution, formerly called the Land Registration System, is the foundation of what we do here. Since its implementation in 2003, is a platform on which we process all transactions that come into this office. When you think of the ARS, the best analogy is that of an assembly line. It goes through various stages from the inception when the customer submits it here to completion when we return either a rejection notice or the title is properly endorsed with the transaction and returned to the customer. There are 5 main stages. The first is the assessment stage, which all transactions go through. Our officers will select the transaction type. The system generates a transaction number that is unique to that transaction. The secondary stage is the data entry stage. Now, at this stage in the process, it splits into one of 3 main sections of the land titles division. Now, once the transactions are split into one of these 3 sections and they are properly data entered on the system, it then moves on to the 3rd stage, which is the signing stage. Here, the attorneys will ensure that each document or transaction meet the legal and procedural requirements of the Registration of Titles Act, and they will then sign the endorsement.
After the signing is done, it's on to printing, and then the land titles are dispatched.
There have been some innovations introduced, in particular an expeditious transfer system. So essentially any transaction for payments of a modest fee, you can have a turnaround within 24 hours. With respect to subdivision applications, for a relatively modest fee, you can have titles in 20 days and sometimes a lot shorter than that. And that's down from about 3 months, which it took before.
The Document Scanning and Archives Unit is an integral part of the Aumentum Registry, as this is the area where documents are digitized.
Once we digitize our documents have been made available to our customers, and from that we've been able to create new products and services. So for example, we have eLand Jamaica, in which all of our title documents, valuation rule documents, instruments and other documents are available online, and our customers can, at their own convenience, go on eLand Jamaica and get a copy of their title, for argument's sake, or a copy of the valuation rule information.
The EMS is one which would automate all our operations, all our activities that we do here, which is activities involving the Estate Management Division and the Corporate Legal Services Division. It's a workflow-based application, and it involves 42 workflows and 60 transactions. What the system allows is for all the properties that we have inspected, we're now putting them into that inventory.
Efficient, user-friendly, professional. What I'm very impressed with is that if there is a query, you're able to go to the land agency and you can correct that without even leaving the office.
We have taken a lot of traffic out of our offices because of these services. Our iMap is an interactive map. You can get the street number, the street address, the valuation number, the title reference number, and if you need to see a copy of the valuation roll or the title, you can actually go to Elan Jamaica.
It's an on-spot facility. If you have a client who is sitting before you and you need to access the title, the records, to see if a caveat is on, who lodged the caveat, you can access it immediately. Anything you want on the title is readily available to you.
Since the implementation of the Momentum Registry Solutions land registration system, NLA has reaped huge rewards. Turnaround time has been reduced by up to 70% in some cases, and there is now a more efficient document retrieval system.
I think for the staff, it made it a little bit easier for them to do their work because we had a lot of the data online, so they were able to pull a lot of that data. Also, the turnaround times for the customers, you're going from weeks down to days. And so that is a benefit for any customer because once you have a turnaround time reduction, it means things like interest rates on outstanding loans are reduced.
Since the implementation of the system, not only has there been acknowledgement from customers for NLA's improvement in services, but the agency has also received several prestigious awards. In 2013, the agency was awarded the prize for the most improved customer service entity, and in 2011, they received the most creative and most innovative agency award. In 2009, they were awarded the Prime Minister's Trophy for the best customer service agency and shared the award for the best executive agency. Also in 2004, the NLA was awarded a special achievement in GIS by the Environmental Systems Research Institute's International User Conference. The most recent accomplishment is the Thomson Reuters Public Sector Champion Award.
The Public Sector Award is an annual award where we invite customers to nominate other customers or themselves that they believe warrant recognition for the work they've done. There are a number of categories, including business transformation. So in the case of the National Land Agency, the facts around reducing processing time from weeks to days is truly remarkable and impressed the nominating committee.
The ARS has significantly improved the operational efficiencies and the customer service needs offered by the NLA, and the agency now stands as a pioneering entity operating as a one-stop shop for land services in Jamaica.
Government's vision for Jamaica is all about inclusive growth. Take a look at how it's engaging one particular community.
Lexley is preparing for another day at Jamaican Teas, where he works as assistant to the factory manager and the company's hazard analysis and critical control points coordinator. He is among the men and women who, despite their physical, mental, or social limitations and impairments, are learning to create value and purpose with the skills they have acquired. His life has been changed significantly because of the services provided by the Abilities Foundation.
Life was sort of weird in many ways. A lot of wasting of time in terms of parties, but yet still wanted to achieve something, but the opportunity wasn't there.
It was through a group of concerned parents, stakeholders, that their children who were disabled, after graduating high school, they had nowhere else to go. And they raised a telethon to raise funds to establish a skills training center. And through that, Abilities Foundation was born in October 1992. Abilities Foundation is a unique institution. It's the only institution in the Caribbean and in Jamaica that caters to all disabilities.
The foundation was established to meet two primary objectives: increase the employability of persons with disabilities and teach good work ethics to young adults with disabilities to prepare them for integration into society.
The training programs I was engaged in is office administration. Being the Abilities Foundation and being a person with disabilities, basically you are comfortable because you are amongst persons with disabilities and their understanding of conditions I learned that there.
The courses offered through the Abilities Foundation seek to provide opportunities for full participation and equality. These programs open new skill areas and, whenever possible, are crafted within existing social, education, and labor trends. The foundation currently offers 5 training programs: housekeeping levels 1 and 2, furniture making, data operations levels 1 and 2, design and decor soft furnishing, horticulture and landscaping.
What we do is that we give them an in-house test. If they are capable of passing it at 70%, we send them up to do what you call an assessment. The assessment is done by outside persons from Heart, and they do the assessment and finish the program, certified through Heart. If they are not capable, then they will give them what you call a unit competency. That unit competency is a document or paper showing that they are capable of doing these units.
The foundation also provides a functional life skills curriculum which focuses on the students' transition to the workforce, as well as remedial English and mathematics, money awareness and management.
I assist them with preparation of their resumes, their cover letters, searching for different employment opportunities. One of my major functions is to provide them with placement sites so that they can get job experience.
For the past couple of years, we have been with the NYS, and we recognize that that's a summer program, but we recognize that after they are placed in the summer program, it's easier for us to go back to those places to get permanent placement for them because they see what they can do and not their disability.
The foundation has been able to extend its reach and service offerings through grant funding from the Japanese Policy Human Resources Development Grant Program. The grant was provided through the Ministry of Labor and Social Security's Social and Economic Inclusion Project for persons with disabilities.
What this project endeavors to do is to build the capacity of the institution through professional development courses for the staff. A major component of this project is to assist the students with a training stipend, and it is targeted for those who are path beneficiaries. The project also provides them with a job placement officer and a job coach. So when we place them on jobs, we also give them a coach to mentor and help them throughout the process.
The foundation continues to open doors for persons with disabilities and equip them with the requisite skills and knowledge to become productive Jamaican citizens. The Abilities Foundation, creating opportunities for the exceptional.
And that's where we leave you on today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Keep in touch with us, won't you? Email us, jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. We maintain a strong social media presence, so be sure to like us on Facebook, add us to Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's also our trusted website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson, wishing you a productive and prosperous new year.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.